Stella, you are welcome to this platform.
Thank you, my dear sister Comfort. I'm so elated to be on this your program, and thank you.
Thank you so much.
My name is Sterla Formignam. They call me Master. I am an immigrant in the United States. I love ONPASSIVE because when I was told about ONPASSIVE, I never asked for any questions. I just removed my credit card and I signed in. So that's the passion. I saw the vision from the word go. Oh yes, this was in June 2020. You know, that was the year when the COVID-19 was like, it created fear all over the world.
Right.
And I realized that most jobs were like, nobody had jobs. People were out on unemployment. I realized that it is something that will be good for people to have as a side job. You might have your job, notwithstanding what you're doing. You need something that they call like passive income, that if your job doesn't like give you your food or put food on your table, you'll be able to tend to that one to get something. And you don't even need to go to job. You stay in your house, you have your laptop or your phone, and you do what you're doing, and then you have money coming in, and then life goes on. So at that time, when I was told that it is going to be a digital company, it's an IT company, it is like online, I was interested. That is what made me to be very interested. And to add something to that, before then, I had already tried another company that was also online. I wanted to go digital, I personally. I just love digital because I realized that the world is going digital. Whether I like it or not, computer has come to stay, the internet has come to stay. So when I saw this opportunity, I said, let me just try my hand there, because the other opportunity, I didn't really understand it.
All right, I think I'm interested here. The other opportunity, was it an online business? And what do you mean when you say you didn't understand it? Because I understand that with ONPASSIVE, you did not waste time. It means you understood and joined. What did you not understand? And is there anything you would compare to that previous experience on ONPASSIVE?
Yes, the previous experience was one that they were hiding the product. You can't talk to me about a company. I don't want to tell me about what the company is selling. You just want me to join a group, pay some money, and then they will do auto ship, they will do everything. I said, no, but I have to understand. And if I am going into this business, I should know what product I'm going to sell. I should be able to tell, please, this is a product. This product is going to help us in this way. Without this product, I can't just tell people join this group. So I joined the group. I had my website. I was interested in the website and so on. I had to join through GoDaddy to get everything. And, you know, it was good. But when I got in, I realized that the product that they were selling they call it wellness product. And really, it's not a product for the common man. If you are not very rich, you won't be able to buy the product. And I had to buy one to be able to join. So it's like there was no transparency. But with ONPASSIVE, there was a lot of transparency. I got to meet the CEO on Zoom. I heard him talking from the heart. That is our darling Ash Mufare.
Right.
He is one in the world. So when I followed his first webinar, I realized that this company is something that if you take part in it, you are in a walk together with a vision bearer, and you understand every step of the way. No reasonable person will stay out of something like that. That is ONPASSIVE for you: transparent, friendly, loving, human.
Wow. So thank you so much for that powerful one. You joined in 2020 at that. But in our conversation, you made me understand that you are not in the rush for ONPASSIVE to launch because you know what you are waiting for. What patient? Why?
Yes, Sister Comfort, that is really, really important, because the person who told me about ONPASSIVE, she herself knew nothing about ONPASSIVE. So I was eager to receive emails or something from the company. I waited patiently until when they sent me an email announcing a webinar. I patiently attended that webinar. I met the CEO, Ash himself, and some leaders, council leaders, other members in other parts of the world. And what actually got my attention was Charles Usong.
That's the man on a mission.
Yes, and that his mission is a great mission. Is that
Right.
which you and me, Sister Comfort, we should carry on with that, because our people are always, slow in joining things like this. So we need to educate them, encourage them, and stand with them through this process. So when I was told about this thing, I said, okay, let me just wait. I attended that first webinar. I got encouraged. I told my brothers, my sisters, most of them, they believe me. When I tell them something, they say, okay, let's look into it. Immediately they joined. They got their friends and so on to join. Before I knew, my team was growing. I told myself, is this how this thing is going to be? Anything monetary was at the back of my mind at that time. I told myself, okay, let me see how this thing is going to go. And I spread it to as many people as I could. I personally used my money to sign in so many people. And just because I wanted them to be the torch bearers in their own families or communities, and then to let others to know. And I believe that worked for me. Wow. Because the team is encouraging.
Wow, you are just amazing. Thank you so much. And of course, it's waiting. You see, the patience is waiting because it's actually history in making. For those of us who have patiently and happily waited till now, I think we have a story to say, to tell. Thanks be to God, right? So I thank you for that mindset. So let's move to Mr. Ash Mufare's heart. Because from my own perspective, I believe that there's just one reason why he is sharing this vision. Because he has that heart, that warm heart, a heart of gold. You know, his heart lies on the streets where children lay on the streets, no home, no food to eat and stuff like that, right? So he's purely humanitarian, like you and I know. So what part, I know that you are so passionate about this aspect of ONPASSIVE as well, right? So can you share what is in your heart when you think about the humanitarian aspect of ONPASSIVE?
The difference with between ONPASSIVE and other companies is the fact that ONPASSIVE has the heart to help people, to uplift humanity. I heard, I'm a fan to watching most of those webinars, especially those that our CEO joins, Even if I attend when he is already there, in one of those webinars, he said he used to just go to is it a restaurant that used to waste food?
Yeah.
So he buys and he asks them if they can give him for a lesser price for him to share to people. Can you imagine? You can't afford food in this America. Some people think America is heaven. America is on earth. Right. All what we go through there, people go through here. You have homeless people. You have people who can't even feed themselves. It's just that it's an organized society where they have food banks and people step up, to play the role of assisting or helping. And that's what we want to inculcate in our people. They should learn how to assist, how to give back to their community. There's a lot of greed in our community. So our CEO is a selfless person, somebody who has a heart for humanity. Because other companies, if the idea comes up, the CEO will just meet either the brothers, the sisters, or close associates. They'll raise the money, and before we know, the company is out there making billions. But Mr. Ash Mufare, he brought it down to earth, to a price that I and you can afford. You understand? So many other people who think that I might not ever belong to, founders or be a founder in a company. They are now so happy that they are founders in ONPASSIVE. It's because the CEO has that heart to reach out to everybody who will just see the vision, believe in the vision, and work with him to realize it. And I won't tell you a lie. I am very happy now. I have not started receiving money for anything, but just the fact that from the day I started with ONPASSIVE, I have actually seen how it is progressing. We are not in any rush. They take their time because IT products, as me and you, we know, it's not like going to the market and buy cocoyams and plantains. No, it's something that they develop, and when they see any hitch, they have to fix it. It might even go out there, and when they realize that it does not meet the standard, they will still come back and fix it. So I really, really, really thank God, because I have seen it progress to this extent where all staff was launched the other day. I happened to miss it, but I followed the analysis by Red Reference, that's a leadership council member, and I followed other webinars trying to analyze it. And I won't tell you a lie. Working in companies, you know what payroll does. You know what clocking in and out does. Me and you, we are in the Western world. You know what it means. So we have a product that companies will go in for it because it gives more value at a very little price. And ONPASSIVE in general is like something that when is coming out with something that you will use one login and you get everything you want. You will not be keeping, I have this, my password, I've forgotten the password for staff, I've forgotten the password for Connect, I've forgotten, no, I will not forget the password for Wallet, God forbid. But I know everything.
Nobody does that.
Nobody does that, and I won't do that. I won't. No. Just one login and you get everything like a buffet. Yeah. You go in there, everybody, you go in, you eat whatever, whether you eat big or small, you pay the same price. Right. So that is what is really, 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 you know, making me know that ONPASSIVE is different from any other company. I can see the end of it from the beginning.
Wow. I want to bring you back, right? I'm taking you back to where we started on again. You talked about giving back to communities, and that is Mr. Ashmufare's language. Have you ever been involved in giving to communities, helping your communities? If not, what are your plans? Do you intend to help a particular people who have various types of people living in very desperate and devastating situations?
Sister Comfort, I have a very big dream, but you know, the issue is, what have you been doing before ONPASSIVE? Right. ONPASSIVE has just come to help us to at least enhance and to do what we have been doing better and with more shishi finance. So in your community where we came, in fact, where I came from, we have elderly people. Some of them are unfortunate. Their kids don't take care of them very well. Some of them are so unfortunate that they couldn't even raise those kids to be able to take care of them. My passion is for the old people. Wow. I just love helping them. I have the dream to be able to start let me say like an assisted living back in our community. Wow. Take some of those old mothers. They have suffered. You know what it means when you're sleeping at night and your child is having fever or malaria. You can't even buy Nivaquine or something back home. So you raise that child, and that child is not giving back even to the womb where he or she comes from. So I think that it will be good to have a structure, an organization that takes care. A lot of people are involved in organizations taking care of children who are in the streets and so on. We have an issue back home, which me and you, we know, and those who are listening to us, they understand. We have IDPs. We have a lot of people suffering. They don't have food to eat, where to stay. But that mission of mine can also be spread because ONPASSIVE will give us the means to reach out to all these people. I know it is difficult. Now we can be talking, hey, I will help this, help that. When money comes, some people are greedy, but I want to send this word out. If you cannot use your paycheck to assist somebody who is in need around you, you will not use ONPASSIVE money to assist a community. So I have been helping my neighborhood back in Bengui, for those who know Bengui. You know, once in a while, yes, from your hard-earned money, we know what it means to go out to work with this winter and so on. And then you pinch even $1 or $2 or $3, or just say send $100 for them to share to the neighbors. You know, that is something. If God blesses you with a little and he sees that you make good use of it, he will give you more. And ONPASSIVE is just on time to help us to reach out to our communities. Both here, I don't have much here. A lot of people are involved in helping people here, and it is in their DNA to give back. Exactly. But we need to inculcate this into the lives of our people. We should learn to give back to our communities. I thank God, you know, they are growing up. I see some organizations springing up here and there, taking care of the you know, the less fortunate girls, you know, widows, and, you know, IDPs. internally displaced, a lot of them. Both the receiving community and the IDPs are suffering. Those who are receiving, they need excess to be able to cater for their needs. And those who are there, they are morally down, emotionally destroyed. So we need to uplift them. In as much as you can pray for somebody, please stretch out your hands and also give. Prayer is not food. If you pray, please make sure you feed.
Exactly. I think there's a song, gospel song, which says fields are wide and harvests are waiting. So this to me means that we need more people to go out there to the fields and work, right? So that said means that right now, as you and I will speak, there is still an opportunity for someone to hop in. So what would you have to say to people who have heard about ONPASSIVE and they are not doing anything, or those who have not heard at all, because many people will watch this video?
Yes, a word to those who might have heard about ONPASSIVE, and maybe those who haven't heard. It's an opportunity for them. It's an opportunity for them to hear about it and do something. It is one thing to take that leap of faith, and it's another thing to say, that thing again. See, you won't know that opportunity that will change your life entirely. You know, when the opportunity comes for you to just kick it aside, please take a look. If you are moved in your spirit and say, okay, just go in for it. This is an opportunity for those who have not come into ONPASSIVE to take this as something that will change not just their lives or the lives of their family members, but the entire community. And we are calling on people from our part of the look at financial upliftment or financial blessing to be just something that prayer does. No, you take a step and you walk towards it. For example, you and I, we heard of the opportunity, we went ahead, we signed in, and we started following. Now we are part of it. So when you hear about this coming from Sister Comfort and Sister Sterla, we are part of you. We're calling on Southern Cameroonians to join this opportunity. We need money. We need to reconstruct our country, our own part of that country. And let me tell you something, if you don't join now, you might regret it the rest of your life, because this opportunity is not forever. Very soon it will come to an end. So this is like the last call. Please join. Reach out to Sister Comfort, reach out to me, reach out to all those you know who can even assist you. Lay your case to me. Tell me this is the situation. I love it, but I cannot. Let's see what we can do. Our community, you see, it is easier for you to bless a lot more people, just like our CEO is doing. He could have just said, no, this is for me, and he will remain rich and he'll be a rich man like the few rich people we know. But he wants to raise millionaires all over the world. I was attending a webinar and I heard people from Montenegro. I read Montenegro and Serbia in history when I was back in secondary school. So you have even Papua New Guinea. All those countries I never knew of, you know, I am seeing them, seeing people very passionate. So please, I am talking to those who happen to know us and those who don't know us. Please, $97 is not too much. Yes, you might look at it as a fortune, but you have raised money to sell land to send your child to Europe. Why not raise this money and buy this opportunity? $97. That's about 50, not even about 50-something thousand.
Just say 60,000. That's
60,000 francs CFA. 60,000 francs CFA. Please, that will not destroy you. That will not kill you. Instead, that's a big blessing. Thank you.
You know, sis, before we finally close, you know what I do? I tell people back home that you do borrow millions to send children abroad. This is the time for you to borrow money, and you need to borrow just $102 to change your life and the life of your generations. So I'm happy that you are saying this too. So people who are listening to us, we are only using our home Southern Cameroons as an example. But then everybody, this message goes to everybody. If you want to, if you have somewhere to borrow or you have any reason to borrow money, the time is now. Just go borrow $102. Secure yourself a founding position here.
While you just have this, Sister Comfort. Sorry, I'm not stopping you. There is this story from Papua New Guinea.
Papua New Guinea, yes.
Yes, Papua New Guinea. This lady was selling by the roadside.
Right.
She had to sell and raise money to buy a position.
Yep.
Just see what she went through. Tomorrow people will look at her, they'll say, oh, what happened?
Right.
She is somebody who knows what it means to look at an opportunity and
right.
just do everything possible to become part of that opportunity.
Right.
Everybody can do that. Even here in the US, some people are still saying it is not this, that. No, please, you go to the restaurant and you spend more than that. You can even just misplace $100. Why not just use that $100 and buy this position? If you don't want, just stay just
right.
keep up the pace, follow what they're saying. And at the end, you say, thank God I did.
Exactly. Exactly. That's just the way to go. So we can only say it. There's a wise saying which goes like, you can only take a horse to the stream, but you can't force it to drink, right? But any horse that refuses to drink now will surely dehydrate at some point when they find us really flourishing, right? So
just like they say, an advice is a vain exercise,
right.
because the foolish will not take it, but the wise will do. So those who want to take it, take it. Those who don't want to, okay.
Right. Okay. Thank you so much, sis. It's been really a pleasure. I just appreciate you. You're a wonderful woman. I love your passion. I love all you are doing. Keep on sharing the love with our people, with our communities. We are doing same. And of course, there are no two things to do apart from telling it to our people. So I really appreciate your time for being with us here today. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sister Comfort. You're so wonderful. You are also a woman on the mission. Continue with the mission, and God will richly bless you and your family.
Thanks, sis. All right. So, dear friends, whoever is watching, anybody who shares this video with you, go back to them, let them teach you or show you how to sign up and become a founding member. Otherwise, why not check on the link on the description box? You will see a link that leads you to onpassive.com, which shows you about our products. You'll see a subscription or a registration link. And why not join us? Drop a comment. If you have a question, drop on the comment section, and definitely we'll come back to you. Thank you guys, and see you really soon. Bye.